All right, and we are live, guys. Thanks for everyone who's tuning in for joining us. We are Views from the Dungeon. It's your boy, Aaron Raphael Amin, DMing for these guys here. We got Riley Wendell, we got Ohio Hex, JC, and then two of the crew is beaming in today. We got Ersid Ibrahim coming through, and then Mr. Camera over here, Camera Kano. What's going on? All right. What's up? Well, what's up, everybody? As the usual, check out our friends. If you're not checking out us, please check out our friends. They're super cool. Mates of Fate, super awesome. TT Tome, super awesome. They're all doing streams. We're going to try to promote those on our Discord a little more often, so that way you guys have more access to them if you're not in their Discords. As well, check out this QR code. It's a little small with this stream today, but I'm sure you can still use it in case you need some dice or just want to follow us on any of our social media, community, whatever it might be. And I think we've touched on basically everything. What are you giggling about? What are you giggling about?
Nothing.
Why are you laughing?
Just for what's about to unfold.
It's already unfolded. We're doing cleanup.
It's improv style.
Yeah, speaking of cleanup, let's recap. Let's assess this mess before we get started, yeah? And I know you want a song. I know you want a song, Ersid. So I got you one, just for you. It makes me think of you.
All right. So, there we were. Kane and I, along with
Uwasa.
Uwasa. It's been 1 week and I've forgotten everyone's name. There we are, standing at the top of this overhead ceiling swimming pool above where the lot of us presumed that possibly Man-Eater Mabel might lie below. The party was split. We decided to come up with this plan. Kane and I and Owasa go from the top, and Nerissa and Vincent and the lot will go smashing down the front door. So Kane and I, we readied our shots and we fired in unison with such a brotherly connection that we just absolutely obliterated
What about
the ceiling. And with Kane's gosh, I haven't played D&D in 1 week and I forgot all the names.
We're new to the
Eldritch
game.
Blast. Yeah, with the Eldritch Blast followed closely by Ersid's arrow, we shattered the bottom of the pool, which is the ceiling of the room, came crashing down, and Nerissa and the lot burst open the doors, and there we found some familiar and unfamiliar faces ready to confront us. And I'll pass it on.
There we saw Galilea, Man-Eater Mabel herself, and her partner in crime, Modal Wrath. What's his name?
Rathmodon.
We're off to a great start. Let's go.
It's good. It's good.
I'm laughing. I'm smiling. This is a good time.
Every time.
Yes.
Way more fun.
Galilea transformed herself into a shadow of Vincent's past, an old friend, an old investigator. Vincent saw the truth through that. He saw that they needed to fight. So very bravely, he shoved his friends into the fray in front of him and stayed behind them as they bravely battled this demon from long ago. To popcorn.
Okay.
What are you guys?
Although her
motivations were somewhat honorable. I could not stand for her morals, and I got her with a very divine hit. Luckily, it did enough damage to nearly kill her. And after taking out some of the vampires, I found myself charmed by her. She seemed rather much more friendly than she had been before. Unfortunately, it stopped me from performing too well at the end there.
Alright, and I'll finish it up just as I did in the fight. There we were,
Hey.
backs against the wall, Acid trapped between Galilea and myself. And with all the strength that I could muster, I blasted her with an Eldritch Blast and turned her into vapor and smoke. And as she fled, of course, she ushered us a warning. And now we find ourselves in the ruins of this church, underground, magical darkness, hoping to find a way out.
You guys made good time.
Nice music cue, yeah.
You guys made good time. All right. I love it.
It was very poignant from everyone's. I like that.
Yeah, no, that worked. That worked. Oh, apparently it did. Okay, so in this, I'm playing.
She resurrects.
Back at full health.
The dark mist that is Galilea and or Maneater Mebble coalesces upon you as you stand staring at the ceiling of this, or I guess broken ceiling of this room. No, there is a very, very dim light purveying, still being cast from Lacey and the small sort of wand that she holds, giving you some light to kind of see and work around this sort of shrine hall that you found yourselves in. Bodies litter the floor of undead vampires who were quelled in this combat. You are all together. A pained Airsid sits in front of you. Vincent, you walk up, and Lyra spitting on the ground, kicking dirt, upset. You are grouped together.
I kneel down to the closest vampire, and I'll just cut the head off.
Easy enough.
We have to bring it back for proof, I suppose.
Yeah, right. What about Galilea's body? Is it gone?
There is no, the only remnants of Galilea are her tattered clothes left in front of you.
Can I rummage
My
through them?
fingers.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll investigation. Are you looking for anything specific or just loot?
Just looting.
Does anyone have an extra dragon vessel?
That's really bad.
I don't think I used. No, I used mine.
5.
I can heal
5.
you a little bit.
There's really nothing of import here. It's all plain clothes. She, what she was wearing was almost akin to the rest of the Arcanists and or Galileans.
Okay.
I can give
Yeah,
you 10.
That'd be
lay on
appreciative.
hands. Okay. I'll give you 10 lay on hands. As she just kind of traces over the like scratches, they close up.
I just didn't want to use the potions now that we got a bit of rest.
I'll cast Healing Word on him at 2nd level also. Does anybody else need healing?
No. Other than
Well, what about Lyra and
Lyra and
Lacey?
might.
Lyra and Lacey would definitely benefit from some healing.
I also can heal myself a bit. I have 2 more spell slots. I can do Cure Wounds myself.
Okay, I'll Healing Word Lyra then. Still 2nd level.
Okay.
9.
Nice. Okay. Let's see. Lyra is looking a little better. Her clothes are completely just in tatters. She has like scars through her face and like through her throat from this whole ordeal. But she's up. Lacey sort of looks better off. Any wounds she has were definitely internal. They aren't making any outward appearances.
Just some internal bleeding, that's all.
Internal bleeding, broken ribs, whatever it might be.
You know, she's not really on my highest priority.
I mean, she's alright.
Damn.
I barely
I'm
know this
completely
lady.
Tapped. I have nothing left. I have 1 spell slot left.
I also have 1 spell slot left.
And Lyra speaks up. So this is it. Proof. And she nods at this head. This is all we're coming back with.
It's what we have. We can go back to that room that we were assuming was Rathmodar's. If you want more proof, but
Yeah, can I check the little... Man, I'm having brain fart today. I can't remember all the words. The thing at the front, the podium, like the pulpit. Is there anything over there?
Go ahead and roll investigation.
11.
11. You.
Anything obvious?
Yeah, the only thing that you can see there seems to be some sort of ring. You can't exactly tell what it is. It looks like a skeletal hand, and in between its 5 fingers, it holds a purple gem.
Pick it up.
Ooh. I will pick that up.
Put it on.
Dun, 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 dun,
he starts
dun,
shooting.
dun. Yeah, I pocket that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like we can bring back Man-Eater Mabel's corpse. She's not dead.
Oh, I wish she were. And Lacey speaks up, tears in her eyes. So, I guess my husband did die in vain.
Well, I wouldn't say in vain. We made a big discovery here. We know that she's a undead vampire bitch. Witch.
Okay, and what does that do for us exactly? You all are what, presenting this proof to who? The Vice Guardians? The same people who also want to dismiss us?
Well, I didn't say I was going to do that, but we know who killed your husband, presumably. So we can get vengeance.
Will you? I won't be there this time. Not that I was much help. But how am I supposed to know? Will you come back to me with her head to prove that Corbin didn't die for nothing?
Well,
I think Vincent will be more than happy to oblige you with that request.
Yeah, I want to set out to find her no matter what it takes. We'll find her head and I'll bring it back.
for a fee, right?
What?
For a fee? Yeah, just forget it.
And Lyra's kind of staring at the ground. Vincent, if you find anything, if you could send word to Vice Guard. I don't know how important this is to you, but obviously you have some connection. Somewhere near kin as close to mine. I want to be there. Let me know where you are, please.
You got it, Lyra. I didn't think we'd get along too well, but you showed me the ways of keeping the straight and narrow.
And you've shown me alleyways and unorthodox approaches that I don't think I have the capability of thinking of. Maybe it was our friends here, but I'd like to think we make a pretty good team.
Cute.
Well, I'll drink to that.
Drink to anything.
You're rubbing off on me as she holds her hand out for the flask after you drink.
If only it was useful.
They both take a drink.
So, pretty tired, worn out. Are we just going to... What are we going to do?
Well,
I'm gonna walk out the way that we came.
I suppose.
Just sneaking out. I fear we may not be nearly as lucky as we were before.
Well, if you would like to rest here, we can.
That also does not seem opportune.
No. No, it doesn't. But, you know,
So what?
we have
what
two
are-
options, you know. We'll
Yeah, the options.
leave or sleep.
I suppose it doesn't
How's
matter.
everyone doing it right now with where they're at?
I have a decent...
Let's make a gear check.
I have a decent amount of HP. I'm at 59 right now. I could still use all of my hit die if we short rested. I've got no lay on hands. I've used all of my spell slots except one, and I have no rages left.
Oh, shit. I have two first levels, basically 3 second levels, and a third level.
Okay. What's your?
I'm
how-
at
how
50
you-
or 59. I'm chilling.
Oh, you're chilling. Well, I'm at 27 out of 45, and I got one spell slot, and I already used my healing surge.
Well, I can
So-
cast us a hut to sleep in.
Oh, that's right. You're talking about your new trick you've been working on.
If everybody wants to sleep, I don't know what's gonna be on the outside of it in 8 hours.
I mean, is it absolutely impenetrable?
Yeah.
I
And how
will
long does it last?
remind you all, it is morning.
Oh God. Do you really think
Yeah.
we can't just run out of here? I mean, how far away are we from the exit, really?
You're 2 floors.
But there's a hole
I
in the
think-
ceiling.
Yeah, maybe we could climb up.
So we could at least get up to that one.
Oh, God.
However you want to approach. I'm just giving you information.
It could be bad if we decide to rest here, and then when you dismiss the hut,
I-
or it
I do
dismisses
think that,
itself,
'cause
and
it's-
then we're
it's-
surrounded.
Right.
It's opaque, right? So yeah, we didn't know what's on the outside.
No, you can see through the tiny hut.
We can see through it. They can't see into it.
Oh, even still.
Yeah, if we wake up and there's like 10 vampire spawns surrounding us, that's
Right.
going to be a much bigger problem than if we just take maybe 30 minutes sitting here and try and climb up.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna send Umbra up there.
Okay. Still
Just-
in that form.
Yeah. Just have a
Is there
kind of.
still advanced darkness?
There
Did
is
that go
still
away?
advanced darkness up there. As you look into the ceiling, you see this murky cloud of void just waving in front of you.
I've got an idea to get up there if that's what we decide to do.
How high does Umbra have to fly to make it to the correct roof of this cavern?
To the roof of the current floor or back to like Lacey's home?
Like Lacey's home. There's a hole all the way up there, right?
So the hole will go to the first floor with the puzzle door,
Okay.
and then you have to get back to that room, which I'm sure you could pretty easily. That's how you're gonna get to.
Okay.
So how high just to the next floor?
I believe this is a 20-foot ceiling. I said.
Okay.
So not
Okay,
easy, but not
so-
impossible.
Well, I mean, I've got an idea.
Yeah, what's your idea?
If Umbra could take one end of the rope, fly up there, wrap it around something sturdy, bring it down, and then we can just rope climb up. Is everyone capable of doing that?
Well,
I can, and I can carry one person probably on my back.
this is what I will say to your plan. If the
You
rope,
like it?
yes, I do like it. I do like it. I love a plan.
I love the plan.
So, the part that I'm seeing, go bad here is when Umbra flies the rope up and cannot tie a knot because she's a bat.
No, but she flies. Umbra would have to go up and do like a little reconnaissance with her bat sonar.
Yeah.
And she just needs to look around and see a vertical pillar of some sort
Yeah,
and
I
just
think he means
pull
like
the
wrap it
rope around
so that
it.
There's two ropes
Sure,
hanging
yeah.
down, and I guess you would have to probably tie it at the end, and you could maybe like carefully.
Yeah, and then as you're climbing, you're grabbing both ends of the rope. You know what I
both
mean?
ropes.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
get
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Speaking of bats, wasn't there a third Galilean leader?
Hopefully, there's a
There was
Jutting
essentially.
I'm
edge
sure he left.
going like this so that the rope cannot then slip.
Well,
you
if
would
it's a
probably-
pillar,
yeah, you'd
like
have
if
to
it's a
twist it.
pillar
Okay.
or some.
There's a lot going on.
Sorry.
Okay, so first off, before I get to you, Connor, Vincent, you guys want Umbra to fly with this rope and get it stuck somewhere tight enough for you guys to climb.
Oh, she doesn't have to tie anything.
Or like
I said tight.
Get
yeah.
it stuck.
Yeah.
it could, get stuck. Or I think what he's saying is like if there's something like a pillar in the ground or something sturdy that you could wrap it around like this, then bring the other end down so that you would have to tie it and like wrap it, and you would have to use both hands on both pieces of the rope to climb.
This
up.
is the thing they
Yeah.
want Umbra to find. This is the rope,
yeah,
like
just
that,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna climb up both ends at once.
Right. Correct.
Okay, like some
Just like
sort
that.
of rafter or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah, a
that it
raft
can
or
loop
a-
and have both ends of the rope coming down. That is probably the most plausible thing. However, with Umbra being a bat, this creature has a -4 strength, and it is tiny.
Yeah.
I do not. I think some ropes are even considered heavy for normal people.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how plausible that is. Not saying you can't transform the shape of the familiar to something maybe a little stronger. However, that still seems like a very.
But then it can't fucking see.
I know. Well, have her go up and
Well,
see if there's
hold on,
anything
hold
that you
on.
can
I
attach
don't-
it to.
Yeah, why don't we send Umbra up there to see if there's even anything up there? But I don't mean to split hairs, but by the physics of this maneuver, the weight that Umbra would have to carry is only equal to the amount of rope that she is lifting off of the ground. So if you said it's 20 feet
No.
high, she only has to lift 20 feet of the rope.
Right, which is a lot.
Okay, if that's a lot, then
That's a
then
lot
that's
for a
lot.
creature that is near death because of how weak it is.
Okay.
-4 to strength.
As well,
That is-
it is
that
a
is quite
tiny
weak.
creature. It is small.
What's
I'm
up
s-
there? Did I miss something? Why can't we just walk up the stairs?
There's nothing stopping you from walking.
We can. There's just
Yeah,
vampire. There was
yeah, we're just
vampires
trying
up
to-
our ass.
If there's like a
Okay.
shortcut, we want to use it. Is all we're
You
trying to
all
do.
do remember that the vampires were stalking the bottom floor the last time you saw them.
The one we're on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What if we make some kind of distraction to lead them away from us, and then we go out the exit?
That's another plan.
The real question
Well-
is, where do we place said distraction? I would recommend maybe throwing something up, getting them on the top floor in this area, and we can circumvent.
Can I find a way and try and just climb?
Maybe we could run distraction or something. if
There
we're on the
are
top
pillars in this room. I wouldn't say that it'd be impossible for you to climb a pillar.
You could do the Mulan, like with a rope,
Yeah.
and like,
Yeah.
pull yourself up.
Oh, I don't think I'm not against that at all. I will have you make an athletics check for a 20-foot pillar.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay. And then, Connor, did you have like questions or anything that you wanted me as the DM to answer about Darcy, this so-called third leader?
Well, we didn't find them down here, and so there's another Galilean just unaccounted for.
That is true. So any questions you might have about them, I might be able to answer. But yes, you do think Darcy holds a position of power within the Galileans.
Darcy was the dude with the talking bat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bitch.
He was the teleporter, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he must be pretty strong. He probably teleported away. So,
I rolled a 16.
You rolled a 16. I think that's good enough for you to get up, and you find yourself kind of like on a broken edge of this pillar as you kind of slink
Wait.
upwards through this hole.
this is so dumb. Hold on. I'll climb up there too, and then we can throw the rope down and hold it.
Oh, I was just, as soon as I get up there, I have a rope. I was just going to throw it down if I can find
but
something
yeah,
to.
that just makes
wrap
so
it
much more
around.
sense to do.
Same plan. Okay, how are you guys doing this? Vincent, you being on the bottom floor, and I assume that the shrine, this door is open. I don't remember you guys closing it for any reason.
No, I
so
think it's
no.
open.
Vincent, you are quite aware of scratchings and snarlings and the sounds of unlife making their way through the tunnels nearby.
Close the door. Close the door.
Yeah. Can I like throw something down the hallway and then close the door as quietly as I can?
Okay, I will let you roll sleight of hand with advantage.
Ooh.
There's a lot going on here. It's more than just stealth.
Good.
You got 10?
Oh well, actually they're just the same. 8 minus 1 is 7.
Cool. Maybe not. Should not have been you. I keep forgetting.
Okay. So this is happening.
Yeah, I guess so.
I just can't. I gotta get out of here.
So this
Throw
is
the rope down.
Yeah, they're getting the rope up, and Vincent, as you hear this, you take like some nearby rubble or a dagger, whatever it is, your distraction of choice, and toss it down the hallway. And as you do, you run, pushing yourself up against the door, trying to sneakily like press them together, but these doors are too heavy. And as they notch together, they do so with a very solid.
Loud goddamn door.
Is there a latch? Is there a latch?
Yeah,
is there
is there
something to throw
something
some
to-
wood down?
There are bars.
Yeah, just bar it, and then we do our best.
Go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I find? Am I at the top?
Yeah, you've been at the top. You
Okay.
are in darkness.
Okay, Kane, send Umbra sit on my shoulder so that she can direct me and see if she can see anything sturdy like a pillar that I can wrap this rope around.
Okay.
Okay, so you send Umbra up. I'll get rid of your disadvantage on investigation, or I will allow Umbra to make the check.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, just let Umbra make the check, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Not the.
This is also just a straight roll.
Damn.
Oh. Well,
I mean, yeah,
Whatever.
it's just she doesn't get any like
No,
advantage.
she doesn't. So I think it would be better if you did it. Here said.
no, because it's an investigation check.
Yeah.
I get -1 to investigation checks.
Well,
But with the advantage?
No.
is investigation
Oh.
intelligence?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she gets -4, so you better do it.
Okay, I'll do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay, 17.
Oh, good.
Okay, awesome. With Umbra's help, they're like pulling you around by like your cloak and getting you closer and closer to something that looks like a door handle. It's probably the sturdiest thing that you can find on this floor.
What kind of a door handle is it?
Like one of those that stick out and go sideways like an L handle. Actually, no, it'd be like a bar. So it's screwed in at the bottom and the top, and it has some space in the middle. It's probably about 8 inches to a foot long and probably 2 inches thick of steel.
Oh, okay. That's perfect then. I don't even have to tie anything. I'll just loop it through it and throw the other end down. How long is my rope? It's 50 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then that should be enough for both ends to touch the bottom.
Okay, so you're just trying to loop it. Okay.
Comes down and like, why?
I will also. Yeah.
The two of us should climb up at the same time, I think. On either side of the
It would
rope.
have to be equal weight. I'm
You
much
the
heavier
person who's
than
climbing
Kane.
just holds both of the ropes.
Yeah.
You just hold both of the ropes.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
The door begins to boom.
Lacey, can you
Don't.
do it?
Or
do you
maybe
need
with
my
two
help?
people go.
So if you got a 50-foot rope and let's say that this shit is like 10 feet in, you guys are gonna have to climb this to get up. Because if you're cutting it in half, it's 25 feet on
Oh,
each side.
yeah. No, you have to tie it.
Like it's not
No,
gonna
no,
be
no.
right.
It should only then be 5 feet above the ground.
Not so. How far is the second rope going? The second half of the rope.
Even with the first length of the rope.
Okay.
So both ends would be 5 feet above the ground. If the door is 10 feet in.
The door is 10 feet in. Okay.
And then it's 20 feet down.
No, because if
So-
it's 25 feet on each side of the rope, then you're hanging only 15 feet.
Yeah, the rope is hanging down.
I mean, if it's a 20 foot, so yeah, you're right. 5 foot off the ground. Okay, you should be fine.
Can you do it, or do you need my help? That's what I'll ask Lacey.
She starts climbing.
Okay.
Are there any windows?
No. Y'all are very, very deep underground.
Any windows in this cathedral type deal?
No. And if there were windows, they would be blocked by dirt and stone.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'll just give everybody boosts until.
Yeah, because you're tall enough to just reach it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of us are, but like Uwasa's kind of short, Vincent's short, so it helps
Yeah.
to get a boost also and grab more. of the-
Definitely.
So.
Oof. Lacey has no upper body strength.
I told her, bitch.
I rolled. It's not her fault.
Just hold on to one side. I'll grab the other and start pulling her up like that.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to roll an athletics check. This is gonna have to be hefty.
I will help her from the top.
Okay.
So can I have advantage?
Yes. Well, do you have? Are you?
Yeah,
This
he
is
has
fine.
athletics.
I do have proficiency in athletics.
18.
Oh, thanks. 18. It's going.
Wait, no, I think it's more than that. It's 21.
Okay. It's going a little slow, but with Airsid's help, you guys are finally getting her to the top. As she gets up there, she begins to dispel magic. So above you in a, I believe, 15-foot sphere, you can see.
Okay. All right,
Okay,
who's next?
do I see anything? Do I see anything in the immediate vicinity?
You see a few doors and other things like next to you, but behind you is simply a wall of darkness.
Okay, but no vampires.
You don't see any now, but you're starting to hear them beating on the door. You realize that you're exactly where you kind of jumped in on, and you can hear them pretty close to the stairway that you used to get up here for your surprise attack.
Okay.
Okay. Lyra.
All right. Well,
Lyra,
I'll
get on the rope.
I feed the rope back down.
Okay. Then I'll have you make another athletics check.
You're still
I will
helping me,
help
right?
again if it helps. Yeah.
It does
I'd
help.
assume so.
I could pick up
The bars
22.
barricading the door are starting to shake and bounce higher and higher off their latches. You, Vincent, can tell that the scratching, the sounds of banging, the claws on the other side of the door are just insanely powerful, beating through this wooden metal.
Goddamn, throw me up, throw me up.
I'm getting there.
Lyra,
No, you never throw a dwarf.
In this one instance, we'll make an exception.
Okay, she's
Okay, Lyra's up.
up.
I feed it down.
Okay, who's next?
Vincent.
go.
and
Vincent,
then-
he said
and
throw
then-
me up.
Okay, all right, Vincent,
Yeah.
get up.
Okay.
Can you?
Okay.
Can he climb or?
I do have athletics.
You're free to
Nothing that I
climb
know.
however you want to approach this. I will give you. I don't know. I think it's.
If he's
Go ahead.
if he's not too heavy, okay. Well,
Just
there you go.
tag team it.
Yeah, if
Climb
if
and
we
pull.
all do it. If he climbs and we pull, is it faster?
Who's rolling? They have advantage.
I think it's just easier if Narissa rolls with advantage.
Okay.
I got 21 for my athletics check. so-
23.
Okay. Awesome. Vincent, you are climbing this rope as this rope is being pulled. It's a superhuman feat of strength that you would only see in this situation whatsoever. You make it up top.
Eagle says pull 100. I'm pulling that endless rope.
Damn.
It's heavy.
Who's next?
Yeah, who wants to go next?
I think
else
it's
is
just
left?
you.
Just me?
You and Awasa.
You and Awasa.
Fuck.
Oh, pull Uwasa up here.
Okay. Uwasa's jumping on.
Oh my god. Not as good. 18.
18. Okay. She is swiftly released, pulled into the air. You all notice that the banging on the door stops.
You have to hurry.
Oh, great.
Get up there.
Okay.
Okay. What's
Here
up?
I go.
Easy enough. Kane's a light guy. You just kind of like Batman grappling hook it up as they like pull you up. Your coat's like billowing in the wind. Narissa, you are on the ground. Kane, the first thing you see as you reach this upper floor, you look towards the area where you kind of snuck in and found this like stream, this sort of like sewage, and peering out of this magical darkness, you start to see glowing eyes.
Pull me up.
No, you climb.
Hold me. There's just so many of you up there right now.
You climb.
Yeah, we can pull.
I mean, will you give us like if all 5 of us are pulling the rope?
There's no reason I should not give you advantage right now.
Oh Jesus.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, you
Then
should be fine.
I'll do it.
15?
Yeah.
I'll do it.
No, she
I
already
have
rolled.
You rolled with advantage?
Yeah.
She already rolled. As you guys are pulling, with this like marching order, you have you're trying to be efficient. Vincent and Ersid are in the back, and then you have the girls lining up, and Kane is trying to like get situated and pull. And amidst all of this, like that almost fear, it's almost like a jump scare as you see this creature, and you lose your grip for just a second, and it's enough for you to sort of slip. Narissa, you need to make another check as you are halfway up this pillar.
God. Is
It's
it still an advantage because of the help?
I don't see why not. I'm not going to take that away from
Okay,
you.
that's much better. I just rolled really bad last time. 21.
Okay, awesome. And you sort of like take this momentum and start to, Ibrahim, what's it called when you like jump off the rock, when you're rock climbing with the ropes?
When you like purposefully jump down?
No, when you're jumping off the rocks like sideways to get up or go down. Yeah. I guess it only works when you go down, huh?
Are you talking about repelling?
Yes.
Repelling?
Does that only
Yeah.
work when you go down? Damn.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
that
going
doesn't
down.
work. Okay, so you just station yourself and begin to walk up the pillar with this taut rope. Kane, you're
Oh, that's an
rushing.
idea.
And Narissa, as soon as you peer your head over, this vampire is pulling itself out of the shadows, and behind it you see 2, 4, 6 eyes all staring at you, clamoring out of this darkness, threatening to jump this pit as they chase after you. One of them bolts down the same hallway you are in towards the darkness. What are you guys doing?
Running?
Yeah, let's run.
Have you made it? Have you made it to the top?
Yeah, you guys are all at the top. You guys are all at the
Okay.
top.
All right.
Okay,
Taking the nearest path without a vampire in it.
Narissa, you go first, and if anyone... Narissa, you go first, charge head first, and if anyone is in your path, try and, like, shove them to the side.
I can't
You know,
see.
Yeah, and like as you say this, Lacey is already rushing ahead, and another 15 feet of space becomes visible. You see the vampire that is dashed into the shadows now revealed, looking at you, screaming with an unnaturally large maw as they all start to like clamber over each other. Some of them falling into the pit and the sewage, screaming in pain as they rush after you. I need you all to make athletics checks.
Bleh, bleh.
What constitutes acrobatics checks for you? Just for my personal knowledge.
Something that's like gymnastic in a way. If you're trying to like Mario jump between walls, if you're jumping on like, if you're point jumping or do something like kind of parkour like, otherwise it's just a natural athletic feat that you're performing.
Is there any opportunity to make an acrobatics check in this area that we can see?
I am looking at the map just to see, but I want to say no.
I wish you wanted to say yes.
Man,
I wanted to say yes.
I am just being honest with you.
All right.
Yeah, no.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine. I rolled bad, so.
Oh, good. Me too.
Let's see. How far can you guys see? 'Cause 30 feet. So I want to see if you guys can see the door. No, you can't see the door. You're running into darkness. How was everyone's checks?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Okay, I'm rolling for Uwasa, Lacey, and Lyra right now. Oh boy. Okay, what's up?
11.
Okay,
14.
okay. Ersid?
17.
Oh, no, thank you, Vincent.
17.
8.
Yeah, we were all, except Vincent did all right.
Yeah.
Don't you have like +3 in strength?
Me? Or
No,
him?
Ersa.
2. I think it's a plus
I
2
have
for him.
+5 to athletics, and I rolled a 3. So.
No.
Well, Lacey and Uwasa rolled an 8 and a 1 respectively.
Cool.
Lyra's
Great.
pushing a 16. As you all push into this darkness, you are starting to lose ground. There is no vision. You have no idea what's going on. And as you can hear the arcane chanting coming from Lacey as she begins to dispel this darkness, there is a heavy splash as all of you crash into the remnants of this sewage.
God.
I need you all to make athletics checks to pull yourself up. First
Gosh.
off, yeah, and you can hear these creatures coming closer, splashing through the
So
water.
much better.
You look up, and some of you, before you finally enter the darkness, see some of these creatures on the ceiling as they
Good.
make their ways over to you.
Good. It really is the Mines of Moria.
27.
Okay,
17.
okay. Who's next?
11.
Oof.
13.
Okay, 13. I would say you guys all make it up considerably, and you see the darkness dispel. These creatures are on you, clambering over these wooden bridges that gap these sewer ways. Some of them on the ceiling beginning to drop down, stalking you. Lacey and Lyra are still in the water.
Oh my God. I'm gonna.
In front of you is the broken, shambled door from the storage room that enters Lacey's home.
I'm gonna lift both of them up. Help them stand.
I mean,
Push
I'll
them?
grab one.
Okay.
Okay, both of you make athletics checks.
Oh, great.
There we go.
10.
21.
Okay. I think the 10 is kind of rough. Lyra's a little heavy. She's wearing armor. Ersid, you pick Lacey up perfectly fine. Lyra kind of looks around and begins to unhitch her crossbow. I'll be fine. Just go.
Can I try to... This is not how it's supposed to be used, so you tell me if this is too crazy, but can I try and use my last divine smite to, like, scare them away for a second? Like, if I use the smite in the air in front of them with the divine energy, can I, like, push them back?
You can first off make a spell casting check. Just make me a flat charisma check here.
No, that was 3.
Man, you're having trouble. You realize that this is a power that comes upon attrition, and using it to try and intimidate and illuminate the area is not coming so easily to you without like an actual target.
I'll just help. pull
Okay,
Lyra out.
I'm gonna stand between the party and the vampires, and hopefully they're close enough, and I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave.
Oh boy. Okay, you can make the pull for Lyra first before she gets pushed towards these vampires.
Natural 20.
Okay, easy enough. Like Kane, you're struggling, and Narissa just kind of pushes you over, grabs her, and swings her onto this base. As they begin to run, like your tattoos begin to glow. You chant and prepare the hand signs for Thunder Wave. What kind of save? Con? Strength?
It's a Constitution save of
Okay.
15.
Looks good.
I'm casting at 3rd level.
You're casting at 3rd level. Ooh.
Big.
Roll damage for me.
Get him, push him.
Oh, Marissa, it's 15 feet or 10 feet range?
15.
15. Narissa, Lyra, Lacey, and Airsid. You guys are going to have to make a save, con save.
14.
Okay.
21.
Okay.
18.
18. And you rolled 14 total? Okay. And as you cast this, as these creatures are getting closer, the vampire on the ceiling begins to drop down, and you cast this thunder wave, repelling them back into the ceiling, the others standing fast. And as it falls, you realize it did not fall far. They are in your face and ready to mob you as the ceiling starts to crash. You see rubble falling down on top of you slowly, ever so fastly gaining speed, larger and larger chunks of rock. The rest of you take 7 damage from this thunder wave. I'm going to need con saves to see if you guys have the endurance to push through this. You've been running, you've been rushing. So go ahead and everyone make me a con save, please.
Can I use my reaction to half the damage from the thunder?
I believe that only works on attacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, pal. What did you say we were making?
Con saves.
I rolled so bad.
Everyone's rolling bad,
Oh, baby. 19.
or at least the NPCs are.
Oh. Yeah, I'm just. Every other roll is bad, so I guess it's
Good,
just
bad,
even.
good, bad.
Yeah, it's just even tonight.
19.
19.
It's a 9.
Oh boy. Vincent.
I got 14.
14. Okay. Everyone who made 15 or higher, which is not many of you, takes to the front of the pack. The rest of you are being pushed back, losing speed about 10 feet away from whoever's in the lead. As you push through this door and start to run up the stairs, you can feel the surrounding area just shaking. The foundation is loose.
Lapsing.
And as you get up, you see in Lacey's home that there are already holes starting in the floor where wood is peering down into the stone.
Oh, we gotta leave.
Oopsies.
So did I made it through the door?
Yeah, you guys are all through the door.
Okay.
You guys are all through the door. But I'm gonna roll a D4 to see which one of you is about to have an attempt grapple on you.
For sure.
Okay, so Marissa, Vincent, Marissa 1, Vincent 2, Lacey 3, and Lyra 4. Uwasa is with the rest of you.
My little legs can't take me.
And you rush back, and all of you look as like these vampires are towering over you. The rocks falling on them, and they do not seem to care as they push throughout this perilous situation. You see these hands grappling at you one after another until finally one of them grabs upon Lyra as they start to pull her back into the caves.
I'm gonna start
I was
shooting
gonna
that
say,
zombie.
is there any way I could like use my reaction to hit it?
I'd say you're close enough.
Okay,
Yeah, go ahead.
please, 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 please. Yeah, okay, definitely 16 plus.
16 plus. Okay. Do you want damage? Are you going to try to maneuver? Do you want to pull out a smite? What are you trying to do?
Can I risk assess and see what would be the best thing to do?
you can roll like a standard intelligence check. Maybe roll in. Yeah, no, that's it. This is battle IQ, which is still intelligence. 18.
Yeah.
Best intelligence check you've ever had.
Yeah, necessary. You think that
Because it's battle oriented.
yeah, your original idea of trying to scare them off is a solid option, as well as simply pushing these creatures away. As far as like actually hitting them, you know that it's not going to do much to them.
Then I will smite it.
Okay, I want you to roll me intimidation with advantage.
17.
For an intimidation check?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
pretty good.
What's this? What's the smite damage, or just the damage in general?
Alright, let me get my damn. That's nice. And it's an extra. Which one is it that I got back? I got the second slot back, so it's 48.
Okay.
That's the thunder. So 9, 11 physical damage,
Okay.
5 thunder damage. 12 radiant damage.
12 radiant damage. And as you push this glaive like into their chest, Lyra kicks back and they scream as they are covered in radiant light, which illuminates the surrounding area. The rest of you up top start to see beams of light shooting through the now forming holes in the floor. Everyone up top, being Kane, Airsid, and Uwasa, needs to make an acrobatics check to see if they
Hey,
can.
acrobatics.
I think this is fair, jumping around the holes and making sure you don't fall. I think that's fair.
21.
Easy enough. Here's it.
14.
Okay. Luckily, these are now forming holes. Your foot starts to slip, Airsid, but Uwasa kind of pushes past you and knocks you away from the hole as you begin to run out of Lacey's home. The rest of you, I need to make athletics check to see how far you can get away from the vampires with the time that Narissa has guarded you.
I'm gonna use my inspiration. That was too bad. Yeah, okay, natural 20. It was a 1 and then a 20, so.
Okay. Wow. Don't use your inspiration. Your intimidation will give you guys advantage because it's holding them back.
Okay, good. Natural 20, 1 and 20.
Okay.
I got 16.
Okay. Looking good. You guys managed to make solid ground away from them as you rush up the stairs. You see more and more of the above stone falling as you get to the top and realize that there are very significant holes. Breathe. You look down, meeting the eyes of these creatures as they stare up. They begin to run up the walls and crawl the ceilings. I need all of you to make acrobatics checks. Those who made acrobatics checks before are fine. But I would like a con save from you three.
Is it? So wait, it's her house we're still in?
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as we get outside, we're good because it's daytime?
Mm-hmm. You can see rays of daylight beaming in through the stone windows.
Or acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
I got 4 on my acrobatic.
Really good, actually. 23.
Okay, you got a 4, Vincent. Let me get Lyra and Lacey. Oh my God. As you all are running, these holes are starting to get larger and larger, splitting wood falling into the tunnels beneath them. Vincent, you look and for a second, you're happy to see Lyra. She smiles at you with like a glimmer of hope as you are finally upstairs, and you both feel wood fall out from underneath you, hands clamoring at your calves as you slip down and catch yourselves on the bare like beams of this floor. I need you both to make dex saves.
Can you blow a hole in the roof?
That was a plan.
Oh, great.
We're,
Gonna
we're
Eldritch
still
Blast.
inside.
No, we're outside.
Is-
I think.
To get like
Sorry, go
sunlight
ahead, make
into
your-
where we're at.
What did you get, Vincent?
Two.
Fuck.
Oh boy, is
Well,
there anything that you guys can
We
do?
won't have to
No.
figure out
What-
if you're gonna come back or not.
What's
'cause
the
you're gonna
roof?
die right now.
Go on without
What's the
me.
roof made out of?
The roof is made out of stone and wood, just like the rest of the ruins.
Great.
What you trying to do? What you trying to do before they fall?
Yo, I'm not gonna shoot the roof if they're falling. It's dumb. But I really
Yeah, what exactly is happening to me?
Yeah, so you're trying to catch yourself as you're being pulled to the tunnels beneath you.
Pulled by the
vampires.
The vampires.
Yeah.
So he is in the house. The floor has fallen out from under him. and he has
Exposing the
fallen.
tunnels. Yes.
Exposing the
Can I
tunnels.
use my whip and then like whip it across something like in the house and try and just hold on from getting dragged?
Roll with advantage.
Okay.
Come on, Duke.
Actually,
Can I
and in
also-
this situation, I will let it be strength.
Okay.
that's what
a
you
natural
attack with.
20. So
Okay. You
Let's
see
see,
in front of
5.
you like one of the kind of old stone pillars from like ancient Galilee that's been used to port up this house. And you throw, you whip the whip, because I think that's what you do with the whip. As it flies through
good.
the room and wraps around, you find it sturdy and taut as you are pulled between life and death as the vampires stretch your body out, but you are not falling. Lyra, however, is being pulled down.
Can I jump for Lyra?
I will have you make an athletics check
Oh fuck.
to grab her.
I will give her my inspiration.
Okay.
So I will, as I'm like, cause I got a super high acrobatics. So as I'm like flipping around, I will throw the edge of the glaive out and like catch the blade in my hand and hold the tip out to her.
Okay.
Remind me the skill you said to do.
Athletics. Okay, so she's getting same roll.
Lyra.
Same roll.
Lyra.
Where's
don't-
my inspiration?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
The past 3 rolls, I rolled a 17, and now I rolled a 7.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and you stick the glaive out, and Lyra begins to catch on it, but her hands are too clammy, too sweaty as they slip off. She's being pulled. Too much strength
Lyra.
is pulling her down.
13?
13. You manage to grab on, and you start to get pulled with her.
Oh, can I grab you?
I'm coming and I'm gonna grab her and help pull.
You're gonna grab Lyra, or you're gonna grab
Yeah.
Kane.
Yeah, I thought, aren't we both grabbing
I'll
Kane?
grab Kane. I'll grab Kane.
Okay, I will let you grab
Pull
Kane.
him.
I don't know if there's anything else. You've used a lot of your
Yeah,
turn
that's
here.
fair.
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
It's like a chain. We're all getting sucked in.
Oh man.
No!
Oh god.
This is really
6.
6.
This is fucking hilarious.
Oh boy.
Really? Cool and awesome.
Oh boy.
Come on, Lacey, grab hold.
Evens or odds, Ersid?
Evens.
Come on, it's a
Evens?
50-50, pal. You got it.
Okay. I will let you know the stakes here. If you're right, would you like to stay on the ground, or would you like to get pulled with Kane?
I'll get pulled.
Okay.
Very brotherly of you.
Okay.
Friends go down into the hole together.
Here comes the D20 roll. I'm using one of the big dice. I wish I could show you, but the camera's not gonna show shit. Here's it. That's a 10.
That's even.
So you're
As-
sliding.
As you hit the ground, Kane, you're like halfway on a hole and on the floor. Ersid, you're on the floor, slowly being like pulled into this hole. You can hear Lyra screaming. She is simply going to whip out her crossbow and start shooting him in the face.
Okay.
She's ready to go down.
Hell yeah.
Screaming and fighting.
Fly, you fools.
Now she rolls
Rasa?
well. Now she rolls well. As she begins to shoot, they scream. Some of them are starting to like let go because of how much damage she is doing.
Is there windows in this house?
Yes, there's a window in this room.
Uwasa, open the window?
It's open,
Oh, I don't know.
But
Maybe
they-
there's more windows, more holes in the wall or something. And let more light in.
I
Maybe
think the
mirror the
holes in the
light in.
floor aren't large enough to let the sunlight in. Also, it's snowing.
Oh.
It was snowing the morning you guys went down. Yeah, it's been snowing. So
Also-
I don't think if you guys get them outside, sure. In a house, ugh.
Also,
Can I?
we talked about it
Yeah.
before. There isn't a fucking sun.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it's
yeah.
magical.
No,
It
you're
still-
right.
But it still works like the sun, because otherwise plants wouldn't be able to grow. So
Why would they even live underground if it didn't work?
Have we seen any good plants that weren't magic plants?
Sure.
no, yeah.
We can have this conversation when you're not in peril.
Okay, yeah. You're right.
There are no windows to open because they are open. Snow is blowing into this room slowly, ever so lightly.
Great.
I'm just gonna hack him with my rapier. I don't know. I'm just.
You're gonna
trying to
start.
think of
I don't
things.
think you're close enough because you got
You're behind me and
two
her.
bodies. Vincent, I need you to make an athletics check to see if you can start pulling yourself up.
Okay. 18.
Uwasa is going to help you. Oh, 18?
Yeah.
You don't even need the help. She like grabs on, and by the time she does, you're already making it onto the beam. You're pushing in, and you see all your friends sliding down this hole.
I'm Eldritch blasting the bitches that are holding on to her.
Oh boy. Okay, roll.
Said go away. Leave us alone. Please. It's already so much work.
There's another 17.
Okay, hits. That's okay. You don't need to roll damage.
Don't roll damage.
Don't roll damage. That's too much. This isn't like combat.
Here's another one.
Okay.
19 plus.
Okay. Awesome. You shoot two. It's making it a lot easier for you guys to get up if there was anyone pulling you. Lacey is trying her best. She grabs onto your leg, Ersid. And she
Am I,
starts
like-
to get this chain of bodies up and slowly is getting you away from the vampires. Their hands are still all over Lyra, but where at first she was clamored around like maybe half of her body, you can see more like 3/4 of her exposed. Anyone gonna?
I'll help her.
You're really the only one who hasn't done anything at this point.
I'll help her pull.
Okay, athletics.
As Narissa pulls 5 fucking people.
With the help of a commoner.
25.
25. Okay. You managed to get Lyra out of the grasp of the vampires, but she is still hanging. She's gonna take. I think everyone has literally gone again, so she is going to take this moment to try and pull herself up. She can't do it. There's too many wounds. Her body is too just beat up after this whole ordeal.
Just have to pull her out.
I'm pulling.
Okay, go ahead and roll athletics.
Really good at this.
All of our arms are so sore.
Yeah, this is gonna be rough.
$19 plus 0.
Okay, and you start to get her up,
Maybe I'm
and
here for the Kane and Lyra shit. We're always picking each other up.
As you sort of like take all the strength that is in your meager body and throw her from this hole like onto the floor as you sort of like dangle off into this hole that's opening up. Ersid begins to pull back with you, and you find yourself on stable ground. Most of the ground is still like falling as you rush outside of Lacey's home and into the snowfall surrounding the ruins of Galilea. I need you all to make one last con save to see how much this did to you all.
Oh my god.
Natural 20.
Okay,
13.
Yeah.
13.
21.
When it comes to
He said
saving
20.
my own ass.
I'm fucking tired.
You and Lyra have gone through the most. You using the utmost of your power and like physical build, and Lyra with so much gumption and optimism have garnered survival and a point of exhaustion.
Fucking tired. I can't raise my arms higher than above my chest.
And as you look back to Lacey's home, you see the eyes of these vampires as they stick their heads out and realize this is daytime. The snow falls on their skin as it begins to steam away. They growl back in to the shadows.
Yeah, fuck you.
I was gonna do that. Can I help him? Yeah, that's fucking right. Roll intimidation, Kane. Do it.
Intimidation on the vampire.
Is that, go ahead and roll. He called for the roll. He's right.
Oh, okay.
He's right. No, don't. Are you want? Okay, let's see.
I hate this place.
Really good. 9.
Okay, awesome. And as you guys say, like, fuck you, the one closest to the door steps out and like screams into the broad daylight. Their skin burning. You can see like it has this sort of reddish hue. Think like the creatures from I Am Legend as
Exactly
they
what I
yell
was seeing.
outside of the ruins and stick back in, unintimidated whatsoever.
Yeah, well. Still fuck you. And I'll just raise my hand up to Ersid for a fucking fat fiver.
Lyra hits the floor, the ground,
Yeah.
imprinting the snow as she stares at the sky. You can kind of see like some of the Arcanists and or Galileans you don't know have taken notice of you all, looking from their various homes and communal situations. Classes stop in session as they hear the screams of these creatures.
You would think this would get easier as we get stronger, but somehow it gets harder.
Wonder why.
You know, it feels like a perpetual loop.
Yeah,
I get stronger,
Like they
so
get
do
stronger,
they.
Why?
I don't know. Am I really
I
even getting
collapse
stronger?
onto my ass.
I know. Am I really? I have like a huge chunk taken out of my neck. It's bleeding everywhere. So, Lacey, I'm sorry about your home.
Not much of a home anymore.
And it's probably not great news, but you should probably leave here.
And like you see in the distance, Pryor is rushing towards you all, yelling for Lacey, and she looks over. I think a lot of us will be. To where is the question?
Maybe up closer to Molly-Tushu, you might be safer?
I do not suspect
Did
the
we
elves
say
will
in
take in
Burnwell?
our humans. Burnwell, you say?
Burnwell or
I mean, I
Phoenix
know-
Rest?
Yeah, Phoenix Rest.
Maybe we'll take our chances there. It seems closer. Have you told her about Phoenix Rest?
He knows about it. I think Prior does.
Prior?
Yeah, Prior knows about it because he knows that Wine Marrow and his guys came into their village in Lake. So he knows about it, I'm sure.
Okay, yeah, Lacey is not aware of Phoenix Rest.
We know a guy there. He's trying to make it a living place for refugees.
Well, we're nothing but. So, what will you all do? How are you going to explain away all this?
Oh, we have a knack for explaining away a lot of shit.
Yeah. I'm kind of a fly by the seat of my pants type of guy.
I thought you loved to plan.
That is my plan.
All right. Well, a little bit of truth, a little bit of not saying everything.
And Uwasa is just pantomiming all this, pretending she has wings on her butt and just going from side to side, saying lies or truth. Lyra giggles a little, and Pryor rushes in and gives Lacey a big hug. Are you okay? Right, it's fine. And he looks at you all. What is happening here? Did you... Where is Galilea?
Galilea is a vampire. An undead. Arcanist. She really didn't say even why she was killing people other than she thinks that it's for some greater good.
New World Order, blah, blah, blah.
Everyone wants. Man,
Everyone
we are on the
thinks
same
they
track.
know
That's
the
exactly
right
what I was gonna
way.
say.
Sorry, man.
And Pryor sort of like strokes through his beard. I would like to say that this is a huge surprise, but I've had my inklings here and there. So, they are confirmed, and he starts to look around. Now the question is, who of us is safe?
Well, who of you can you trust?
Yeah.
Only those who will make it to Wyndham. But as you can see, these Galileans are good at fitting in.
You just have to use
I,
your best judgment.
I extend my hand out towards Vincent, like as if asking to grab something. And then I just like motion to drink something.
Okay. You grab this flask.
Yeah. And then I give it back to him. And then I just lay down on my back in the cold snow as it warms my exhausted, hot body.
Yeah.
And Pryor sort of looks at all these people who are looking at all of you. This is why they trust me, because of my judgment.
Protect who you can.
As such is my duty. Thank you. Whatever you've done is more than we could have on our own.
That's what we're here for.
Then, we are comrades as far as duty takes us. And, go ahead.
Where are you gonna go?
Somewhere.
Because potentially Weisgard is gonna hear about this, and then they're gonna come and they're gonna try and kill all of you, so...
I would, in fact, plan for that.
So, we have little time.
Yeah.
I'd say a
It's good thing
day
you're
or
magic.
two
A
at the
day
most.
and a half, yeah, you probably want to start evacuating as soon as possible.
And you see him sort of like thinking extremely pensively, and he looks at you all. I've asked for Gerhard to get those of the Arcanists that he knows, well, carry our same beliefs we'll pack up and Wine Marrow's refuge might not be the worst place to be right now. Closer than Molitushu, and it sounds far more welcoming.
And at least you would have the Zephyrs of the New Dawn there to protect you.
Well, if they're anything like you sort, I think we will be safe.
Be sure to give Wine Marrow our regards as well.
I will tell them that you all sent me. And he sort of smiles. Kane, I think you might be able to use this better than I. And he hands you his staff, made out of sort of like a white wood, and laced around it you see all sorts of like black sigils, not unlike